Hello friends, gamers, gamettes alike. Welcome to another Lost Ark video. You can tell, maybe you can't tell, but I've just woken up. And after I wake up, that's when I make my best content. That's just factual statements, as everybody may or may not know. I'm telling you, so you know now. That complete bullshit waste of time spiel aside, today we're going to be making another Lost Ark video. I'm going to be kind of rambling on about some bullshit, so if you're not a big fan of rambles, hey man, smash that back button, find a new video, no worries. But if you do enjoy listening to, fuck, I was going to say a middle-aged white man. I'm not middle-aged yet, Jesus Christ. Middle 20s? That's middle-aged to me. Fat white man talk about Lost Ark shit. Keep listening. Before we get into it though, just like the video, please. I'm begging you, literally on my hands and knees. Let's get it. So, with hard mode Brawl coming very, very soon, depending on when this video comes out, it should be coming out on Monday. So, we have 2 days. If not Monday, it'll come out on Tuesday. So then you'll have 1 day. Point is, hard mode Brawl is coming out very, very, very soon. Why is this relevant? Well, it's not really relevant in like a direct to video kind of way. It's relevant in like the big picture kind of way. And what I mean by that is we're going to be talking about why do I still play Lost Ark in a sense and sort of what I'm playing for. I've made a similar video to this in the past and it seems to have helped quite a few people. So I'm going to try it again, just because I think it's a good time to make one of these videos. We're going to be talking about sort of setting your own goals in Lost Ark and finding your own reasons to play the game, rather than continually sitting on this treadmill and looking at what everyone else is doing and sort of hyper-focusing on them rather than you and what you're doing and your account's progress. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at any Reddit post, for example, or even any forum post, it's just like tons of stuff like, oh, I'll never catch up to X, I'll never catch up to Y, I'll never catch up to X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, what? I understand the concept of catching up. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be bad faith and say I don't get what they mean. But I'm going to say it in a way that I think is better to look at it. Catching up to me would be taking the end game content and completing it, right? I think that is a fair definition of catch up. But what people sort of mix up between the two is the fact that their item level or account progression isn't going to be where everyone else's is, especially people who have been playing the game for a significant amount of time, or maybe they focus harder on horizontal progression rather than vertical progression. So, while they may complete the in-game content, they still, quote-unquote, haven't caught up, because a lot of the things in this game require you to play it for a while. It's not a sprint, it is a marathon. It's not something meant to be completed in a week that you can just sit down and grind out and then boom, you're done with everything. So, you have to really find your own things to play for, is kind of what I'm saying. What does this mean? It means like, oh, we have 2 supports, I just now realized that. Bizarre. But, you have to find your own things to play for. Holy shit, we fucking pheromone the fuck out of this Cali. I was first, though. Hashtag I'm the first. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you have to find your own things to play for. And what do I mean by this? I mean, you have to set your own goals, right? You can't look at what other people are doing. Especially not other people who have been playing since, like, release, for example. If you're somebody who started playing 5 months ago, your account is probably very, very sick compared to somebody who started the game and then played for 5 months. Like, if you direct compare the two, your account is almost guarantee miles better than anything we could have had at that same point. But if you look at the older player, I meant to press Z. If you look at the older player and try to compare yourself to their overall progression, it might seem like, yeah, you'll never catch up. But what does catching up really mean? That's kind of what I keep going back to. Because it's like a subjective thing. And I think people fall into the trap of, oh, I need to have everything in the game done in order to be caught up. When in reality, it's just not true. All you have to do is find things that you give a shit about and focus on those. Like, for example, if you're a newer player and you don't have a legendary book and you want this legendary book, then okay, that is your goal. Why does anything else matter? Why does anyone else's progression matter? Focus on what you're doing and achieve your goals that you want to achieve, right? It does not matter what Ligma Balls is doing over there with his fucking 2-year maxed out account, or Joe Ligma D's Nuts is doing with his fucking $5,000 a month swiping account. Like, if you're always looking at someone else's account, you'll never achieve that unless you also do that. One of them you can't do because it's literally just a time thing. The other, I mean, if you want to spend $3,000, go for it. But equally so, I think a lot of people enjoy playing the game to, you know, play the game. And if you're swiping that much a month on the game, like, you're not really playing the game so much as you are just buying your character. Right? I mean, if that's how you enjoy the game, by all means, go for it. But you have to understand what I'm saying, right? My whole point is, set your own goals and do not worry about what other people are doing. Like, am I saying ignore everyone else and what they're doing? No. What I am saying is focus on your own progression, and it's all relative, right? What you're doing is relative to you and your goals. It has nothing to do with anyone else. I think in the end there, we got my point across. Or maybe we didn't, and you can just laugh at how fucking stupid I sound. But look, I just woke up, so you know my content is crispy. If nothing else, hopefully you enjoyed the video and take away at least one thing from this video, and that one thing would be play at your own speed and focus on things that are relevant to you. Just because, for example, just because your entire guild got Grudge a year ago doesn't mean you can't also just take time and focus on getting Grudge for yourself. It's your account, it's your goal. Everybody's at different progression levels. This goes for any game ever, you know what I mean? And if you consider catching up just clearing the endgame content, anyone can do it. Literally anyone can do it. You can start the game and in a couple months easily be clearing the endgame content. Hopefully I made my point. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts and more. Subscribe if you made it this far and you want to see daily Lost Ark content similar to, well, I guess similar to this. I did kind of go a little unhinged mode. I'll see you all in the next one. Adios.